Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hafiz Imraan Choonara, are you there? Let's log him on into the video. I see I'm live on Facebook right now. So we continue with the program live on this page. And there we go. We're busy crossing over, waiting for that live stream to come in. Yes, there we are. Assalamu alaikum, Hafiz Imraan.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Azhar. Good to be with you guys.
Wonderful to have you on as well. What are we discussing today?
Well, of course, today's topic is the 5 Ps. And the 5 Ps simply stands for prior preparation prevents poor performance. And this is really, really important. Absolutely. Another tongue twister, man. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. And what it really comes down to, you see, is that in many parts of life, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to succeed or get ahead or whatever the case is. So everybody wants to win, but very few people are willing to prepare to win. We all want the overnight success. We all want significance. We all want all this exciting part of life. We have dreams, we have goals for our family, whatever the case is. But we forget about the preparation. Because often when we see someone successful, we don't see the preparation that went into that success. We see the end result and we assume that, okay, we can also do the same thing without preparation. Now, when you think about it, and if you're taking notes today, you want to think about what do we mean by prepare? Because you think, okay, well, prepare. What do I prepare? You got to prepare your mind. You got to prepare your thoughts. You got to prepare from a reading perspective. What are you listening to? What are you reading? Who do you associate with? How do you prepare yourself as a human being for success? And that's why when situations like coronavirus, when crises hit, whether it's your community, your family, the world, whatever the case is, are you prepared? I don't mean prepared just practically, like, do you have enough food in your house or whatever? No, I don't mean that preparation. I mean, are you prepared mentally? Are you prepared? That preparation can't happen when the crisis hits. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. You got to constantly prepare in life. How do you prepare? You prepare by developing your habits, by developing the right thinking the right thinking patterns, the right mindset. So when something happens in life, which we don't know what will happen in the future, we don't know whether you'll be struck with illness, whether there'll be something that goes wrong in your family, in your life, your business, your community, the world, whatever the case is, you have to be prepared for that. And that's only from a crisis perspective. What about if you want to succeed in life besides just handling a crisis? Prior preparation prevents poor performance. When you think about an athlete, when you think about a fighter, a boxer, you think about all of these kind of guys. They're not preparing in the ring. When they're actually fighting the match, that's when the success shows or doesn't show based on prior preparation. Their performance in the arena will prove what preparation happened prior to that. Now, let me give you a couple of thoughts here. It's like saying, for example, I want to lose weight. But in your house, you have all the stuff there that you shouldn't have. You have chocolates, you have chips, you have all these kind of things lying around your house because that's the way you like to eat. And now you decide, I want to lose weight. From tomorrow, I'm going to start. But you don't prepare. You see, you've got to prepare. Even in that case, your mindset, your thinking, you've got to remove all the junk from your house, get some healthy stuff in your home so that you make it easier to succeed. Otherwise, you set yourself up for failure because your prior preparation was not there. Now, and I'm going to challenge a lot of people, and I know it's a month of Ramadan, so probably a lot of you are good on this, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I think TV is incredible. I mean, I enjoy watching movies. I enjoy, I think television can be incredibly positive. Depends what you use it for. But if all you do is binge on Netflix most of your time, if all you do is put your kids in front of the television so they don't have to bother you, that is destroying the human mind for the possibility of success. No successful human being in this world binges all the time on mindless television and still succeeds. Doesn't happen. Nobody. If somebody tells you I succeed, whether it's an athlete, a business person, whether it's in a corporate environment, whether it's a professional, whether it's a learned person, it doesn't matter who it is. You can be talking about Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, or it doesn't matter. I'm not talking from an Islamic perspective, frankly. I'm talking from a successful perspective. Significance is that mindless television watching is not prior preparation. That sets you up for failure and lethargy and laziness and mediocrity. I hate to be so stark. I enjoy watching movies. I really do. But I choose what I watch. Why? because I want to choose what goes into my head. Now, if you've got your children and you put them in front of the television every single day to keep them busy, wow, that's incredible. That you're allowing somebody else, another part of the world, to decide what goes into your kid's head. You're preparing them for mediocrity. You're preparing them for lethargy and laziness, and you wonder why they're lethargic and lazy. Depends. Now, it doesn't only apply to success. It applies to your relationships. It applies to family situations, friendships. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. How is it that relationships fail? A relationship does not break apart suddenly. It breaks apart over years, over a long period of time. A relationship doesn't succeed suddenly. When you find a couple or relationship or friendship that's strong, it didn't happen overnight. It happened because there was prior preparation. It prevented poor performance. That's the fact. In every area of your life, you have to prepare. You have to do the stuff we don't like to do. We have to do the daily habits. You see, and this will talk to the same thing I'm saying now. Too many people want the applause in life, but they don't want to pay the price. Everybody wants the applause. The applause feels good, the glory, but nobody wants to pay the price. And John Maxwell's famous for saying, you pay now, play later, or you play now and pay later. If you want to play in this world, you will pay. Either way, you're going to pay. It's better to pay the price up front and play later instead of playing now and paying the price later, because you will pay the price. And you know, there's a Olympian that mentioned once, thousands of hours of preparation meets a single moment in time where the world will stop, applaud, and pay homage. When we see an Olympic athlete, gold medalist, we all stop, we all applaud, we pay homage, we respect. But what are we respecting? We're not respecting the gold medal. We're respecting thousands of hours of preparation. That's what we're respecting. We're respecting the price that that person paid. So how can we expect to succeed or grow or develop in life without prior preparation? Hope that kind of makes sense.
Absolutely. I think it's so important that we begin to look at that. And sometimes people don't recognize the amount of work that goes in, uh, prior to the work being shown to people. And again, uh, I look at my own life and the work that we do in the humanitarian sphere, and perhaps yourself as well at African Muslims Agency. They just see Hafez Imran out there in Lebanon with these kids, and here he is handing over something. And wow, I could also do that. I could just, I'd love to be able to be there. And next trip,
Yeah,
I'm involved in it.
yeah,
But the months perhaps before, the
yeah,
amount of preparation, the relationships that go into being made, the networks, the connections, the applications, the governments, the
yeah.
passport, visas, so many things to make that moment a reality for that child. And I think that often gets ignored sometimes by people even.
Oh, completely. You're right. You're absolutely right. We have so many, I have hundreds of requests of people saying, can I go on the next trip? I want to be a humanitarian. Well, okay, wait a second. Let's evaluate all of that. Because like you say, the hard slog, the hours and hours and hours that go into it, the thousands of hours of preparation for something to happen, to materialize, man, most people don't see that. And most people would not want to see that because it's the tough stuff. It's the difficult stuff. It's the sleepless night stuff. And that's the hours of preparation that goes into a single moment in time. And that's why sometimes a moment like that can be so unique, so special, so gratifying. It's not gratifying because, and that's why if I just took some random person with me and go somewhere and go hand out something to a person, a vulnerable person, or whatever the case is, you won't have the same feeling if you didn't go through all the preparation. Because you just arrived on the scene and you handed something over to someone and they said thank you and they were grateful and they cried and you stood there thinking, wow, but you don't know the feeling because you didn't pay the price. The reason it is so fulfilling and so gratifying is because of the price. That's the build up. That when it happens, you're just grateful and humbled by the result of that and the impact of that. So you're absolutely correct. And I think it's really, really an important lesson to learn today.
Hafiz Imraan Choonara, Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much again for those wise, wonderful words. I'm not even going to try and get through the tongue twister there. safe to say that if you fail to prepare, then you should prepare to fail. I think that's a summary
100%.
of it.
100%.
Let's hear that tongue twister once again from your
Prior
side.
preparation prevents poor performance. The 5 P's. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. That's how you should live your life. Fantastic.
There we go. There we go. So this is
Shukran, Azhar.
available immediately as a video podcast, a vlog, whatever you want to call it, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Salam Media. And it will be sent out on the WhatsApp lines as well. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much for joining us. Hafiz Imraan Choonara. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.